BJ to try and counter back and battle for just a little bit of that control.
And it's only going to be Baby J, but he's consistently peeking this. Has the one-way cage up too, but he's not going to be able to get the frag, and A is empty.
No one here for now. Stars do go out. Baby J, being the only one on this site, leaves an open A site for the rest of the guard. The post plant comes through. You obviously have Net just holding this flank. It's a 3-1 split for this retake, right? There's really nothing Eccles can do. It all falls down to just this flank, and Net will be the first contact as he gets stunned, but a great Nanostorm. That's going to buy so much time.
That is golden. Net can just sit here, even with the suck around the corner. Hiko, though, there comes that stat from earlier. Yet another util kill coming out from Hiko for his first kill of the round. First kill for 100 Thieves, period. The rest of the team still needs to go out. They only have one player going back over towards Heaven. Look at the guard actually taking back. Wow. Oh, the connector. And that it's just going to keep on working, though, back over towards short. But look at this. Spike down, spike being defused. Asuna's actually able to get 2 out of that. But the time, he basically has not. And Sayaplayer drops it. Alarm bot in the front side, like you mentioned. So Sayaplayer only had one opportunity at the shot, but not going to get any more. Net still around the corner, down to 72 HP. Asuna's actually able to get the kill back onto Sayaplayer. And Net pretty much is done for. The hopping Ethan. One bullet to the body would have been able to do it, but he gets a headshot instead. Yeah. Now it's a 3v4 where Trent can make a lot of damage.
Yeah, this is going to be scary because if Trent was alone, you had to have been worried, but the gun picked up. Trent knows.
Oh, that's a huge Trailblazer.
There's only one just flank that Trailblazer. We'll get a little bit more information here for the guard. Is Valyn trying to get aggressive? He could have the lineup, and no, only able to net 1. They're playing these solo 1v1s.
Oh, JonahP with an immediate flash, but he goes down. Oh, Hiko, how does he get that one? No, Trent, now in a 1v3, has some space, has double shocks. Oh, trying to line up some shots off the ghost, but he's not able to hit anything. Ethan already has it down a half, and he gets it! Strikes down Ethan! They're still going to be waiting up, of course, for that cam, but with an extra alarm bot placed up back over in short. Could have actually been triggered, but never mind. Instead now, we have the rest of 100 Thieves coming in. Still that triple flank. Net wasn't actually ready for it. Asuna wins out the first 1v1. And now in comes the rest of 100 Thieves. It works out for another kill for Asuna. No, only 2 remaining. Trent in the back of sight. Going to be able to get 1 now. He continues to dance. Dance some more, Trent. Let's see if he can get 2 more. Eccles going for the defuse. Asuna on top, but no way. The melody ends. He's going to find Ned, who only has a Spectre. But even then, Asuna can't actually strike down on too much damage. Only gets one of those knives out for the rest of 100 Thieves. You can kind of see a bit more pressure back over towards the C area. Really just because off that trap wire back over towards the mid side. But the guard, they don't want to give up any sort of contact early on. Wow. They're trying to bait out 1v1s, and there it is. The baiting works.
Yeah, Ethan, maybe a little bit too exposed, and we'll see an engagement here. Back on in, Asuna has just lost his Blade Storm, and even then he didn't get the rifle. Instead, it's JonahP that picks it up. His own teammate's rifle is what's going to be the death of him. The guard finding 2 picks towards this mid side, and that will cause a shift in 100 Thieves. You can see the focus. All 3 players pivoting themselves back towards mid, but it's just a split up in towards garage. There's nothing you can do here. Baby J has to take the fight, and he needs to go big, but JonahP with a wide swing will take him down, and just like that, the script is flipped. 100 Thieves have to take this save.
This is what we expected from the guard, at least in terms of their play style here on Avon. So many slow little plays. We expected defaults. We didn't expect, however, a lot more extremity pressure back over towards A, back over towards C. But in terms of the actual attention that the guard had, it was basically none back in mid. There wasn't many contacts. It was very occasional. And they were almost allowing 100 Thieves to pretty much take full control and just kind of peruse around. The guard played it out right.
Keeping all 5 players alive. I mean, now essentially they are moving to the next round. This would technically be their bonus. 100 Thieves. Yeah. Asuna should have a more controlled approach here towards the A side as Asuna takes that early peek, and the util dropped out here by Eccles will give them that control temporarily, if only temporarily, as now Asuna forced to back away.
Ooh, Valyn takes down Baby J. All that util is now gone. C-site completely empty. The Trailblazer did try to go through garage, but Eccles does appear out, does take down at least Snap, but he's not going to be able to do anything else. Nebula's already up in the back of site, and now the guard, they have to deal up with a 4v4, but not just yet. Spike not down yet. Here comes 3 players in the back of site off of the Hunter's Theory. Ethan going to be able to get 2, but he still only has a Spectre and still needs to deal with long-range interactions. Out goes the Trailblazer. What the dog doing? Still Trent around the corner, trying to play around. 4 HP left for Ethan. Needs to slow it down a bit. 50 seconds left. His teammate is still taking his time over towards the back of site. JonahP. Oh, he only had 1 more flash and he uses it perfectly. 2v1.
HP. There's nothing left here for Trent or JonahP. They do know where Hiko is.
Oh, they're healing.
Yep, the 1 heal. It's only going to get Trent back up to 100, and that's the man you want with the full HP. Ethan did everything he could to delay, allow Hiko this time to rotate. He's kept the spike from going down, and Hiko sees. He knows where these last 2 players are, but how beneficial is that really going to be, Hiko? Swaps to the Vandal, knows 1 is going to be in Cub. He should know 1 is in Long in the Hunter Sphere. They're just trying to secure this bag. Trent with 1 more opportunity to try and find a tag, doesn't get it. Now Hiko, does he stick? He's got to at least get it to half, and he's not even. Trent playing with his food. No one here on the side of the guard giving these peek, and even then, it's going to be with a flash. That's 4-1. That 1
to come down to Hiko and see if he can actually get an early contact. There goes the early arrow. Here comes the actual take from the guard. It's only going to be 2 sheriffs in the back line. Make it 5. Look how many players have already rotated. 400 Thieves. Net is going to be able to take down 1. Make it a 3rd, actually. No, but Trent, he does actually capitalize with a shock dart in the back of sight. Ethan, now the last one remaining, and he goes down. Good stuff from the guard. They maintain their economy clean again.
Yeah, really nice on that side of the map. He can just autonomously use his util, which he's been doing. You see here.
Exactly. Yeah, look at that.
Smoke ready, but because they were denied, I mean, look at this. The guard were 100% expecting this, and they try and funnel their way to take out the operator of Asuna. Doesn't work out, and they go right to their death. Spike dropped and everything. The smoke will go up. That will allow them to re-obtain the spike control here for now. 100 Thieves have read this play, played patiently, and gotten these free picks.
Oh, Hiko actually got that kill onto Trent. Taking down the spike once again. These last 2 players from the guard confused and amazed at this point. 3 easy kills going back to 100 Thieves, pretty much confirming out this round. Let's see it. Valyn and JonahP going up for it, and Valyn gonna be able to get the first, but JonahP goes down immediately after. Valyn has to pull off an ace if he wants to pull the guard back into this one. Still has at least 1 more star to use after this Nebula, and still has the spike and 45 seconds left. Not too bad.
Nobody in his flank, so he has an opportunity to kind of peel out here. It's really on the onus of the 100 Thieves camp to get a little bit more information, right? I think that in this situation, you don't really need to push the A side, right? You can just play a 3-man rotate. Valyn is going to be hard-pressed to try and win out this round. Even if he were to get aggressive, even if he were to get this free spike plant, which it does look like he will be offered. Eccles still has 2 stars left to play with. Double flash here from Ethan and a dash from Asuna to open things up. So with this 3-man setup, Valyn at a disadvantage needs to try and create his own. What is he going to do here? Does he get aggressive? Does he try and push the issue already? He will set up a star, and it looks like he'll tuck himself in a garage as these 100 Thieves players start to rotate through spawn.
So this is where Valyn is going to sit. He hears all of this noise back over towards spawn. He still has that star up.
Oh, now
Most
they know.
likely just going to be a bit of a grab well. And now the Seeker coming out. They know his garage. And now Valyn pulls out the grab well a bit early. Ethan gets pulled off. 30 HP left on Valyn.
Comes back towards mid. These 2 players in garage are looking for an early duel if 1 were to peek through.
It was such a tight hold. 100
know.
Thieves. We haven't seen this before, but would it actually work? Ethan gonna be able to get 2 around the corner. The switcheroo kinda works. It at least works for an equalization, but no, it's just all over, isn't it? 100 Thieves in terms of the C hold. They're completely done and out of this. It's gonna be a 2v3 for both Asuna and Baby J. They still have a neural threat, but that's not gonna do much, is it?
Yeah, Hiko going down. He needed to find something and play his life and delay these rotations, or allow for these rotations to come through, I should say. Baby J, if he can't find a pick, it'll be Asuna to look to save, but that does open things up. Those are the flashes gone.
That's huge.
Nothing to hold them off at this angle, but now they know Baby J's got to isolate these 1v1s. And oh no, Valyn not looking the right way. Smoke down as well, but it's not really going to matter. Asuna can just hold, and Baby J tucked in the corner. Sayaplayer needs to go huge, and he's not got much left to work with. He does find 1. He does find 2. 3 in the round, and Saya pulls out a Red Bull clutch.
I mean, Saya tiptoeing around that back line. That's the only thing he can do. His position was already fully known. Asuna around the corner. How isn't Asuna finding an angle on this? The only angle where Saya could possibly play time was over towards that right side. The fact that he crossed back, the fact that he was able to play off Baby J, huge reaction from the guard. They know that one was huge. 6-2 back to him.
And it's such a big round because it would have put the guard in a situation where they have to take an eco. It would have allowed 100 Thieves their third, possibly their fourth. But now they've entirely reset 100 Thieves here. And this is where the issue comes because the guard can start to build even more momentum. How do 100 Thieves respond in this eco? Already, very early aggression is going to get punished on both the A and C site. Nothing you can do here if you're the guard. Or apologies, 100 Thieves. It's everything for the guard, I should say, as they instantly 2 picks towards C. They will pivot back and they're going to look to take the site.
Formalities of an eco round, but here we go, guard. We're gonna be winning out the half off of this round. 100 Thieves though. Still want to see if they can actually affect the economy for realistically the rest of this half. There's still a whole lot more rounds to go. More interestingly though, didn't expect Sayaplayer to actually still be back over and Spawn to be watching over this cross. It seems like the perfect spot for him, but he's noticing that time is weird. What is going on? Wait, Ethan's... There he is. Sayaplayer had no clue he was there, but that actually works. I'm excited for this next round, though, Sully. It's going to be real important for 100 Thieves. It's pretty much going to be backbreaking if they can't win it. Yeah, Ethan just trying to go down the spike so he can have the full eco. Fly up with his team here. Just a default. Yeah, right. Valyn has made this call. He sees the stars go down. He doesn't want any of his players to get instantly sucked into a duel, because that's what happened when Austin had that operator. When they got their second round, it was because that they got aggressive. They wanted to take this short control. They ended up losing it out, and Flash goes out. Are they wary of the short pressure? 2 players walked up, and there's one. Austin needs to go big, but he's only able to net one until he's forced off the angle. Everyone else is still there. The Hunter's Fury going to go out way early. It is going to clear out that space for Asuna. But the rest of the guard, all 4 going back over towards long. Only 1 person here. Actually, 2 people here, technically. You do have that fast rotation back. But Baby J getting Gravwell back, and he can't do jack about it. It's going to be that plant down for the guard and a massive 4v4 post plant. Oh, and a lockdown in as well. The shock darts are trying to deny the spike plants. That's going to force 100 Thieves out even further. Asuna, though, I love this position. If he can find something... And I mean, with the Cosmic Divide, they're going to have no idea. That turret, though, that is such a lovely turret from net. Now, Asuna, he can't take the peek. It's on the onus of these 3 players in Spawn to try and initiate a fight. Sayaplayer, he's perched up on top. He was waiting for the swing, but he's actually dropped. But Trent is still going to be able to get the kill on Asuna. And the long flank is over, and this round might as well be over. Eccles, 1v3, has to pop out of the nebula and be a hero. Trent to his right, Net to his left. And they're both going to land both. Like, normally we have Net dropping a turret, and he will do that, but it's not going to find any info. Asuna could get a lovely timing. He was able to find the frag, and yes, he has knives refreshed on 56 HP, but can get healed up. In the meantime, the guard have waltzed their way up C-Long, and will look for the play here. Seeker's going in. Wait. Oh, there was one onto Eccles. Exposed behind the Radiant box, but absolutely everyone is here, and the pinch could actually happen. 100 Thieves gonna be able to get at least one out of this. Eccles with a big kill onto JonahP. Everyone else for the guard still stuck in these extremities. Sayaplayer coming up from garage could actually save the guards behind just a little bit here. Needs to find a route, needs to find some space for these players to make their way out of long, and it doesn't work. Trent's only able to get 1, and now it's a 1v3 for Sayaplayer. It was only pistols that they had to deal with. Saya still dancing around this cage down to 25 HP. Tripwire in his way too. Dashing in. No! What is he doing? Sayaplayer! A Red Bull clutch in an instance like this. There's just no damn way he does this. Oh my gosh. And it was 1 bullet. That's all it was going to take. 2 clutches. It's the same reaction. Yeah, again, I'm speechless. Let's talk about this next round, I guess. Huge setup back in garage. It's the most util combo that we could possibly get out of this team. The Cypher and the Astra playing up together. Tripwire in the front line wasn't spotted, but it was only a contact back for Valyn. And And we're back again. I'm not going to call it a default, actually. What is Net doing off that lurk over in mid? He could be a bit promiscuous considering the fact that we just haven't seen the guard lurking at all. But in comes finally the rest of the guard over up and long, and they actually nail down Asuna.
Yeah, Net breaking that trip towards the B side, pulled those rotations off of C and A just a little bit, even able to lurk up in the garage to find that pick, and Seekers are out, but can they make an addition off of it? A lovely shock dart. That'll do damage, and by a little bit of time, players starting to funnel out, but it's 100 Thieves.
Seekers!
They come out. Those Seekers are indeed massive. Now the recon bolts as a 2-1-2. Swarm already on, but that's really all the post-lane util they have.
There's another. Net, does he have a lineup for this? No, it's just going to be a Hunter's Fury going out early. Net, he's not able to get any kills off of this. Finally catches down Ethan. Now it's a 1v2 for Hiko. Such a tall scenario, but can he do it? The double swing going in.
Here is the 100 Thieves camp. Wanting to get aggressive just to kick things off. Saya looking to go huge over towards short, is forced to back away, but 3 players already from the guard are trying to get into the site, as unfortunately Valyn's forced back. That leaves just 2.
No, but he still goes out and the shock dart gets 2 in the middle of the nebula. There you go, Hiko again. His util damage is so massive, one of the best in the world essentially. But he always finds those moments right, but everything else for 100 Thieves, it was already choreographed. Everything else was supposed to go right. And Net and Trent completely plugged away, back over in main in heaven. Trying to fight back into this one. You do still have a Hiko on that front line. Pretty much being that first contact. Same thing with Ethan. Recon Bolt is still going to go out, but it's just formalities at this point. Again, Net still has armor though, so he might as well try going into it. The right click's actually working out. One more under heaven. Hiko missing out on his shots, but Ethan is still there for the kill back.
You put guard on 11, and that's a sticky situation. They do early contact towards the A side. That will draw some rotations, and Trent not able to hold it down. Neither can Valyn. They're going to have to play back and play the retake.
There you go. Line up for Trent. The recon in. They're looking for some players in the middle of this site, but that is perfect. Everyone from 100 Thieves leaves. The recon's not going to be able to find anyone through any sort of nebula, any sort of coverage. But now this just leaves the guard with full control of B. You even see the take back on the defuse. Net trying to fight back for a garage, but he's able to get 2 out of that. Now in comes the battle for mid. Defuse is already way past half. The spray from Asuna not connecting. And it's going to be the defuse, the ninja defuse for the guard.
And it's going to be forcing the guard to kind of just play off site. Trent will try and get a pick if possible, but not going to be gifted the opportunity. JonahP doesn't want to take the peek for too long. So the guard not able to initially open up this round retake with these fights. They will at least deny the spike plan a little bit longer. Baits out at least the first shock dart, but that shock dart will sit very heftily onto Ethan. He's not going to be able to reposition as he would. The guard have now lined themselves up. All 4 players approaching, but everyone on 100 Thieves is taking a post plant position. And you can see these crosshairs already. 1 default, 1 long, 1 under heaven, and 2 towards short.
Oh, the guard backing up? JonahP going...
look like it.
Yeah, it does look like it because Net is all the way back in garage too. So yeah, not a bad option though. Look at the economy at least for the guard. They would be able to buy in the next run, right? They would be. But this is going to at least keep them... This is going to keep them at least in a buy for the next 2 rounds. 100 Thieves though, this is a massive win for them. They're still going to keep pretty steady. But the guard, this is still...
Saya will just have to utilize the Bulldog instead, as 100 Thieves have been putting a lot of tension towards this A side, and they do it here again. Trailblazers to allow Asuna this space, and I don't know if they spotted JonahP in this position. Asuna's got to be a little bit careful here as JonahP guiding light out if Saya were to take some contact.
Asuna with a nebula actually going in. It's a bit of fake. JonahP still thinking about the bird. I don't think it's actually going to quite into anything though. Asuna staying off to the right. Again, it just looks like they're trying to compensate for short pressure. Sayaplayer spraying in. I mean, this is pretty common though. Having one person at the tip of short spraying in, especially taking down the Seeker early. That was a little bit weird. And the flash finally comes out, and it's not going to equate into anything. Look at the other side of the map though. It's going to be a takeover towards the C area. Baby J gets that first one, but Valyn needs to get 2 to really make this one worth it. But it's not going to happen. The spike will be able to go down, and the guard with a massive challenge in front of him.
Yeah, and with Hiko already up and towards garage, it'll make things just a little bit more difficult. Baby J able to avoid that second shocker. That might have actually put 100 Thieves in even a worse off position. And Baby J just trying to go aggressive on this swing, but Hiko! A huge double from the top rope, and now it's on to Trent, the clutch master in this situation, and he's not going to get anything from this one. Is awesome. This is such a scary instance. You're looking at possibly 12 here for 100 Thieves off of this eco. Right? This should be a guaranteed 11. If the guard can't battle back in the next with their full bind, win it out, you have that situation where the guard go down 13-11 in map number 1. It is Asuna again getting aggressive. He spots in midair. He's going to catch him through the smoke. Thanks to that recon bowler. Apologies, the owl drone. Nothing here for the guard in this instance. 3 versus 2. JonahP with only a classic and Valyn with only a sheriff. It's 100 Thieves who have popped into the C site. Consistent pressure across the map. They're able to manipulate these guard rotations, and that's brought them to the tied position.
I mean, that's all the Haven is all about. Pulling out early contact, getting rotations going, getting map control, and relinquishing it, essentially. You see a lot of that going on in rounds of Haven, but for 100 Thieves, another round for him. The early round processions for this team is just getting easier and easier. This entire half has been practically flawless for them. How can the guard actually adjust for this? How can they get aggressive? How can they actually win the early 1v1s? Because we're not getting any sort of interactions early from the guard that are actually beneficial.
And we haven't seen them trying to press out for map control. It's been very minimal. They're really relying on their util on the sites to hold these players back when the execs do come through. And you can see they're not really, again, pressuring for any control. 3 players leaning towards this mid side, and it's just going to be JonahP holding the A side by himself. They have a lockdown in net to play the retake, so that's why we see maybe a lighter defense towards A, but Hiko can instantly cancel that out. Is already 100 Thieves putting a whole lot of pressure. JonahP trying to deny, but Baby J, an aggressive Cypher, is taking this space, and he cannot go down. JonahP does fine, and that should at least hold these 100 Thieves players back for just a second.
And no, they're still going. 3 players in this back line. Out goes Seekers, out goes the Bird. And Asuna goes in too. Asuna with a double clearing up Trent and JonahP. And the site is gone.
Lockdown goes into effect. How do they want to pressure this Hiko? Spike goes down here. There could be one. No, Ethan.
No way.
Taking down net. The flank isn't even going to matter because it's 100 Thieves who feel like we already see him secure this round. He didn't even want to take down the lockdown. Sayaplayer with knives and only an operator. Echo's already on the flank. The Hunter Series comes out to secure this round. 100 Thieves from a 10-2 down of regulation. The guard have no information. The Aldrin, though, out towards long should give them a little bit to play off of, allowing Trent to make that rotation, but it doesn't even get the full distance, so they can't commit. 3 players here in the guard. They know how big this interaction is. Guard, the garage fight has to be theirs.
Oh, Trailblazers are going to go out, get a spot 3 to dash in immediately, but Asuna can't do the same that Saya did earlier. Net in the back line. He's going to be the first person to try to take on these players out from Garage, and indeed, he's going to strike down on the first. There's still 2 more to take on. Asuna around the corner has that ping off the recon, and he still gets a big kill, and Baby J, more importantly, with a big one on the net, and Asuna takes down JonahP practically midair on top of the logs. 2 more players remaining now for the guard. Oh, Hunter's Fury actually going out early, catching Hiko midair, mid-jump, mid-run. This is actually massive. Sayaplayer made a whole lot of noise. The updraft takes in Baby J. And now here comes Asuna. A 1v2 to try to make this a whole map for 100 Thieves. Trent in the back line. We've seen him clutch up so many times before, but he can't do it. Now a 1v1. Asuna can't do it. Sayaplayer. Side that's been a kryptonite so far for realistically both of these sides, but the guard.
Wow.
Now back on that attacking side, and this is quite a bit different. Triple essentially back over in B. Yeah. But as this happens, the guard are completely evading it.
Yeah, and so are 100 Thieves. They're evading the A site. They don't want anything to do with it. They're just going to play this retake. These rotations as well are going to be so quick. 3 players already in the middle of B site. That is a fast rotation onto the A site. If the guard are even going to be comfortable in getting the spike down, 100 Thieves are going to be piling bodies onto them. Stars will go down as the Owl Drone clears out the site. The guard know it's a retake situation. Hiko's gone to heaven to try and deny the spike plant, but they're not even certain that it is a full play. They've walked their way in. They don't want to reveal. They don't want these rotations to be here in time. I think because of this slow walk up, it's given them the opportunity. Shock darts will hit the Honavan as he gets the spike down.
So here we go. A full 5v5 post play in here in overtime. And 100 Thieves, not a single player on that flank back. Even then, there's an alarm bot covering it. There's a turret up. Nobody needs to peek this, but out they go. Valyn is actually going to be able to get the first. Saya's only job is heaven, but Hiko actually goes down. Eccles now in a 1v3, and he's gone.
Slow default and those pop plays.
Yeah. See, that was the one thing that I was kind of Just shocked by just so much scaling from 100 Thieves on their attacking side, and the guard almost completely the opposite. But we're seeing it now. 100 Thieves fighting up a little bit over towards that mid side. We did get a bit of contact from them. They're making a bit of noise. It actually goes against them. Trent gets a big kill, and he spots out the spike. Oh, look at this.
Jay, he goes down as well. That's going to open up the A site. There's nothing here for 100 Thieves. They have no forward ground, and that Trailblazer now checks out long. They can full focus here towards short.
Oh, and Saya just still has the angle. Casually takes down Ethan. Hiko and Eccles. I mean, what has happened, 100 Thieves? They just spent the last half hour, 40 minutes coming back in this game. And essentially 3 rounds, 2 rounds is what's going to push the guard maybe to this win. 2 more kills remaining for this team. Hiko and Eccles make it only. Hiko, will it be a flawless to finish it off?